Hello, everyone. Welcome to Disclosure Now. I'm your host, Arkeem Ra. Okay, that's the first time I got to say that. As you may have noticed, I changed the channel name to Disclosure Now because it's more all-encompassing. The super soldier fractal weapon aspect of the disclosure movement is just one aspect. I want to be more all-encompassing. And the fractal weapons idea, that concept that I had was for it to be collaborative. We still have the Facebook page on Facebook, which I don't even run. I'm not even the admin, which is the public one. And then I have a Disclosure Now, which is basically the same thing as fractal weapons but private. So it's like you have the option A and option B, and there's a post that Penny made in Fractal Weapons recently that showed a bunch of different groups that you can check out that are private, for the people that are more interested in private groups and not public ones. I think the concept behind having Fractal Weapons being public is so people can kind of just be a fly on the wall and look and learn things without having to put themselves out there. So both concepts can work. So now we have both. Isn't that great? Um, and yeah, Fractal Weapons. When I came up with the idea to make this YouTube page, Fractal Weapons is Joseph Powell's idea. It's his name. It's his term. I want it to be more collaborative. Maybe there will be a Fractal Weapons page that comes out in the near future that I give other MK Ultra assets and stuff like that the password to, and we can make it a more collaborative thing. I don't want to completely throw away the Fractal Weapons name term. It's a good term. It says a lot really quickly. But yeah, I just thought Disclosure Now was a little more all-encompassing. So some great news. I've reached 1,300 mark on the 1,600 to get the laptop, so I should be ordering it within the next few days. I'm cleaning out a little corner on the front porch to set up my podcasting area so that I can always just be ready to go. Yeah, it's just going to be and not this front porch that's outside. It's a different one that's enclosed. It's a one season room, as I like to call it, because I live in Wisconsin. But yeah, that's where I'm going to be doing the podcast for now. And eventually I'm going to be getting out of Appleton. That's my goal, is to get out of this town. This town is not good for me. But yeah, and when I do, I'll have an awesome setup. But for now, I've got a great setup on the porch, and it's going to work well, and I'll have the laptop soon. And I just thought, since you guys have been so helpful, I just give you some good news moving forward. I'm getting some help with the quadraphonic quantum sound healing. A sound engineer hit me up today and had all sorts of expertise, things that I didn't even realize, things that would like make things easier for me without cutting corners, stuff like that. He was just giving me really good practical advice, and he says he even has equipment that he's willing to send to me for me to get the ball rolling. So that's incredible. He was talking kind of over my head on some stuff, even like explaining like certain wire I should use for certain reasons, and just very, very cool to have him reach out. And just, it's meant to be. I'm meant to build this thing. I'm meant to make this quadraphonic quantum sound healing happen. That's what I think it is. And yeah, so we have that coming down the pipeline. I'll be making my first videos, sound healing videos, soon. And you'll literally, some of the first ones will be like, I still have some research and work to do, but binaural beats, and just stuff that will help you relieve anxiety. And you can literally just do it with a pair of headphones on or some good speakers. You probably shouldn't. Your phone's probably not going to do it, but you should probably at least try a little bit to get a higher, decent sound quality. So some speakers or some headphones, for ones that I can put out without even having to set up the quadraphonic part. But again, my insider friend, my friend who knows a lot about audio, he was explaining to me how simple it is to actually make quadraphonic recordings. It's really not that hard. So he was kind of just showing me some shortcuts that you can take, and the fact that it's you don't think about it too hard. It's actually not that hard. You're just adding 2 more channels. It's really not that crazy. So yeah, that was nice to have him be that voice of calmness and reason, and just like, you can do this. This isn't that hard. We got this. I will help you. Very great. What do we have coming down the pipeline? I am going to be releasing a video soon of my timeline from start to finish of what I've experienced so far, as far as what I remember. There's tons of stuff I don't remember, so I can't say everything, but I'll do my best. And we have an interview coming up with John Whitberg. Now, I know I've had him on the show more than once, and he's kind of like the co-host. He's just not always in a position where he can co-host, and until then, I can't call him the official co-host, but he co-hosts with me sometimes, right? So but I know I've already had him on this channel a lot, but he's been making the rounds. He's doing a lot. He's going to be on Journey to Truth in the near future, and he's finally going to show his face. And I'm just going to let him start his story from the beginning, because he keeps on being asked about specific things, and that's something I'm going to do with this channel. Is there's a lot of people who they've told their story maybe, but now they're being asked about specific things, and it's kind of hard to find where is their story. You got to look through Google and try to find it or whatever. Well, I'm going to be doing a lot of like, hey, start from the beginning all over again. And then some of these insider people that maybe a few years ago, whatever it was, started their story, maybe they'll have a little more to tell, maybe a little more details filled in by now and stuff like that. So I don't think it's a waste of time to have people tell their stories again. And of course, people like John, he hasn't even really actually told his entire story from start to finish yet. So he told me it's going to be a multiple part one. So yeah, it's going to be more than one part. But then I also have an interview lined up with an insider that I am connected to through Montauk, who is going under a pseudonym. We're calling her Maria B. And she's going to be talking about some satanic CIA connections, which also is connected to Montauk. So that's like an insider person that's not going to show their face, but I know them very well and I trust them, and I've been talking to them for over, I don't know, for almost a year at least. So, and I know them very well. And then another thing that I want to do, which I haven't talked to John about yet, but I know he'll be on board. So sorry, John, to put you out there like this, but I know you'll do it. We'll do a Q&A in the near future. I'm gonna put up some stuff, some posts here and there on the internet, and you can ask questions in the comments, and we will answer them on the show. So a lot of content coming. I'm gonna make sure to do a show every Sunday, but there's also maybe even gonna be stuff in between sometimes. And yeah, so I basically just made this video to say why I changed the channel name, to say thank you that we're almost there with the computer, and just there's people helping me, and thank you for your help. Like with the sound guy, the guy reaching out, that's great. I'd also like to say if you're a healer, if you do Reiki work, stuff like that, intergalactic reading, things like this, like if people want to help me, I find that amazing. I'm not the person with all the answers. I don't have every single, like, this is a community for a reason. I have a lot of pieces to the puzzle, but even as a musician who has been used for sound stuff, this sound guy was spitting stuff at me, like, I'm like, holy crap, like, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, we all have stuff to learn from each other. And yeah, I have a lot of healing to do. In fact, I brought up my wand, told me not to do any healing work on anybody else until I heal myself. So if anybody wants to help me with that, anybody in the community, I mean, I'm realizing, like, I ask for help and people are giving it to me. They want to help me because they know I'm going to try to help other people with their help. So yeah, anybody who wants to help me with anything, I'm always here. I love being helped. I'm not the end-all be-all guru guy. I don't know everything. Sometimes I can't believe how much people look up to me because I feel like I'm clueless. But it also reminds me that I do have a lot to bring to the table, and I shouldn't think so low of myself. So, but yeah, I digress. I don't mean to go on and on. Just things are going good. I see positive things coming. It's really unbelievable. It's almost like I'm bracing for something bad to come around the corner, but I don't think it's coming. I see positive changes coming. I see the channel taking off, and I just can't thank you all enough. Oh, another really cool thing, you guys. This is going to be uploaded to Spotify. Podcast is going to be uploaded to freaking Spotify. That's right. Next show will be on Spotify. And my old computer won't even turn on, like I said, so I can't do the backlog catalog of shows. I maybe can download them off YouTube or something and figure out a way. But for now, the shows are going to start being uploaded to Spotify as well as YouTube. So Spotify and YouTube. I haven't put stuff on Rumble yet or anything like that because I don't know. I feel like that's for when they start censoring you. But then again, maybe I should start early. I'll keep you guys posted on that. In fact, feel free to leave a comment if you think I should make a Rumble channel or whatever. It costs money to make Rumble. There's also Odyssey. That's what Penny has been using mostly. So, yeah. Any advice? That's one thing. Is like I'm here to. I really want to reiterate this. I'm here to help people and give people advice, but I also there's a lot I don't know, and I love it when people come to me with help and advice, and I try to be helpful. Like the gentleman who came forward to me about with the audio advice and stuff today. And we had a wonderful conversation about music and sound and 432 hertz and all that. It was great. So I just love it when people reach out to me with their knowledge and because we're all in this together and we all have different stuff that we bring to the table. That's why I'm interviewing people. That's because I find it fascinating how there's so many people out there that have this insider incredible knowledge, and they deserve to be heard. They deserve to be given a voice. They deserve to speak. So that's what I'm trying to provide with the channel. And we are the Disclosure. Thank you for tuning in to Disclosure Now.